Avengers Endgame isn't done giving up its secrets. In the wake of the Marvel flick's home release, fans are beginning to scour every frame for Easter eggs they may have missed in the theater. In fact, a big one has recently come to light, involving a villain who just seems to keep popping up. You'll remember that in Endgame's second act, Steve Rogers and Tony Stark are forced to use their last PIM particle to travel back to the 1970s in an attempt to secure the Space Stone, after their attempt to do so during their trip to the Battle of New York goes pear-shaped.
Do you even know what an idiom is?
Colloquial metaphor.
No, well, okay, actually, yes.
The pair infiltrate the S.H.I.E.L.D. facility where the Infinity Stone is being housed, and in the course of the mission, Stark is thrown for a loop when he runs into his father Howard. During their conversation, Howard mentions Arnim Zola, the Hydra scientist who was captured by the agency that will become S.H.I.E.L.D. during the events of Captain America: The First Avenger. Zola was pressed into the service of S.H.I.E.L.D., but of course, the nefarious scientist had a hidden agenda to assist in spreading Hydra's influence within the organization. We subsequently learned in Captain America: The Winter Soldier that this effort was a smashing success, and that S.H.I.E.L.D. had been infiltrated by Hydra scum to its very highest levels. We also learned that Zola, who had long since died, had digitized his consciousness, uploading it into a massive bank of old-school computers as a way of making sure that he would continue to have influence over S.H.I.E.L.D.'s inner workings.
The new Hydra grew, a beautiful parasite inside S.H.I.E.L.D.
Zola's Winter Soldier appearance concluded with him destroying the bunker that held his digital self in a bid to blow up Cap and Natasha. But in 1970, he still existed as a fleshy S.H.I.E.L.D. scientist. However, there's evidence that his plans to digitize his code within S.H.I.E.L.D.'s mainframe was already in effect by the time Tony had his impromptu family reunion. On a desk in Howard's lab sits an old-school computer terminal, and if you look closely, you can see that Zola's green, low-res visage graces its monitor. The folks at CineSites pointed out this Blink and You'll Miss It cameo in their behind-the-scenes breakdown of the Endgame VFX. Not only is it a brilliant callback to one of the best films of the MCU, it serves as a distinct nod to Zola himself. In the comics, Zola has inhabited a robotic body since the waning days of World War II, and he keeps multiple spare bodies on hand in the event that his primary body is damaged or destroyed. Could this be a way for the filmmakers to leave the door open for his potential return to the MCU at some point? After all, who's to say he didn't maintain a secondary site housing a backup copy of himself before self-destructing in The Winter Soldier? This is a man with a seriously inflated sense of his own importance, and there's nobody more loyal to Hydra and general villainy.
Once the purification process is complete, Hydra's new world order will arise.
Perhaps this will come into play when Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the first of the Disney Plus limited series set within the MCU, drops late next year. Part of the series' focus will be Sam Wilson's struggle with taking on the mantle of Captain America, bequeathed to him by Rogers himself at Endgame's conclusion. If there's one thing we know about Zola outside of his unwavering loyalty to Hydra, it's that he really hates Captain America, and we doubt it would matter who's taken up the mantle. This Easter egg is undoubtedly one of 100 or so that will become known now that Endgame has received its home release. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about your favorite movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.